time, and time's killing us. So I won't waste mine trying to grip a grudge, but don't twist it into what it isn't. Don't call, don't write, don't visit. I put you on ignore, you're not the homie anymore. The only thing that you can show me is the door. Game over, yeah, who's winning? Save your gas, I refuse to listen.
Well, this could be a major hurdle to overcome for Andre Bishop. Look at this replay. I believe this is where he hurts that right hand.
All right, kid.
So all eyes at the start of round number 2 now are on the right hand of Andre Bishop. Remember, our video replay showed clearly that he hurt that right hand in round number 1. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. Andre. Teddy, this will be very interesting to see if Andre Bishop is favoring that right hand, because our video evidence clearly showed that he hurt that right hand.
But the hand that you use probably 80–90% of the time is the left hand. That's the lead hand, that's the setup hand, that's the jabbing hand. His corner needs to tell him now there's nothing wrong with that hand. Go out there and behave like a fighter. Go out there and win the fight.
Andre Bishop is just going to do further damage by... Oh, that's gotta hurt. Andre Bishop rocked by that power punch. Bishop is down.
Dímelo, Big Man, Fabián, gracias por ese follow.
A nightmare of an evening for Andre Bishop. Injured and defeated. Meldrick Johnson. Here's what you should be looking for here at the start of round number 2. How much is Andre Bishop using that right hand? Because it appeared that he severely injured it, if not broke it there in that first round.
Well, one of the things he has to do, Joe, is make sure.
Solid. Is this the end for Andre?
Está difícil.
So all eyes at the start of round number 2 now are on the right hand of Andre Bishop. Remember, our video replay showed clearly that he hurt that right hand in round number 1. But how much will he use it here? That would give us the ultimate confirmation.
And one of the things he has to do, Joe, is make sure that nobody other than us knows that he hurt that hand. He's got to go out there and not show his opponent that that's bothering him. Use the left hand, maybe every once in a while fake like you're going to throw the right hand, so your opponent doesn't know, doesn't take advantage of that fact.
And just look at Andre Bishop now. He's throwing many left hands, very few right hands, and that gives us some confirmation that that right hand was indeed injured in that first round. Andre Bishop, when he was in his prime, he always had a very good left hand as a middleweight. Now he's showing he can do some damage with it as a heavyweight. Good flush shot upstairs. Good job with another left hand. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Yeah! Meldrick Johnson stunned by it. Oh! He is not matched for life on the outside there, and he just paid the price. He goes down.
Because he didn't make his mind up. If you're not going to work out in front, get to a distance where you're safe. He stood there at a bad distance. No man's land.
Andre Bishop able to throw a right hand, but look at the negative effect it has on him. Johnson is not even phased. He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. Good dominating effort in that last round by Andre Bishop. Stunned his opponent. Gus Carisi has to be happy in that corner.
Yeah, he is, but he's going to tell him some advice. He's going to remind him, okay, How would you behave if you were hurt? You'd start moving your head. Well, what do you think he's going to do? He's going to move his head. Let's not wait for that. Let's go to the body where we can find it and then go upstairs.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Little head hunting with the left. Bishop showed us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hands, feet, and he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe. Knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
Every time Andre Bishop throws that right hand, he winces. He is in serious pain. If Meldrick Johnson can see as easily as what we can see, then he knows Bishop is struggling just to land that left hand, and it's his only weapon. He comes back with the left hand again.
Use the ring.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Andre Bishop. Quick snapping hook, and it does damage.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Scores big with the hook to the head. There's another left hand from him.
Keep your back off the rope.
Nice work.
Meldrick Johnson's now feeling the after effects of being rocked by a huge hook to the head.
All right. Deep breaths. Nice work. Nice work. You're in control. Keep doing what you're doing. You're in control.
Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight.
Let's go.
Good job with the left hand. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Andre Bishop. A flush hook scores well for him. Up top with the quick hook. Good left hand by Andre Bishop. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 aspirin and then go. Oh, no, actually, I would say a little counter-punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription. Scores up top with a left. Good biting, snapping shot by Andre Bishop. And there's the left hand working well for him again.
Side to side.
What a good headshot. The hook landed by Andre Bishop. Comes across with a hook up top. And now another left. A good hook by Andre Bishop. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Andre Bishop. Johnson's nailed by a hook. A well-placed left hand up top. Johnson's defense is paying off now. Johnson's tagged by a hook. And round 4 comes to an end.
You gotta win these early rounds for me. You're not shooting your jab. Move your head and pump that jab, just like we worked on, man. Come on, 1-2s, up top.
We showed you the video evidence earlier where we saw the replay of Andre Bishop injuring that right hand. getting ringside is that injury dates back a bit, and it may be the cause of all his problems. They say he injured that right hand while he was in jail.
Oh, keep your feet moving.
Keep moving.
Good job with another left hand.
Let it go. Keep moving.
Scored well up top. Johnson's opponent is having a field day, Teddy. That left hand lands again.
Well, he keeps moving the wrong direction. He needs to move away from that punch.
Chopping a little wood with that
In
hook.
and out.
How about that left hand? The other day when we were talking to Andre Bishop, he said to have success in this fight, I have to land combinations. He landed a good one there. Bishop starting to score at ease against his opponent there. Anytime you can land a three-punch combination, you're really hitting your groove. Johnson's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. He's committed to that left hand, and it's working out. Turns over that hook upstairs. Johnson's on the receiving end of a hook. 3 minutes gone by in this round.
Out there. Keep that up. Keep moving. Nice and relaxed. You're in control. Just keep that up. Stay away from those ropes. Just keep on.
All right, come on, deep breath now. Come on. You know what you need to do, kid? You got to take his reach.
As this fight continues, it's becoming obvious that Bishop is actually comfortable winning this. Just with that left hand, this is impressive stuff.
Jump.
Keep your hands up.
He comes back with the left hand again.
Finish with the hook.
Andre Bishop is damaging himself every time he throws that right hand. He is in serious pain. A little head hunting with the right. Carisi's known for really pushing Andre Bishop very hard during training camp. But right now, we're not seeing the results. He seems to be fading a bit.
Yeah, you start to wonder whether or not Andre Bishop has gotten a little full of himself, you know, breaking the rules a little bit, maybe getting a little cocky. And maybe, you know, Gus sees him in the gym, but he doesn't see him 24/7. Maybe Andre not living the right way.
And now he brings the left hand upstairs. His conditioning has really paid off here. I just like the way he looks. He's still full of energy in these late stages of this fight.
And that's what he looks for, Joe. You know, don't think that he doesn't feel as good as he looks. What I mean by that is he knew as the rounds went by that it would serve him. He knew this would be his area.
Move your head. Inside.
There's another left hand from him. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Andre Bishop. What an intense hook landed by Meldrick Johnson.
Come on now.
It has been a very consistent night by Andre Bishop. He has built up a lead on the scorecards, and nothing but good praise coming from trainer Gus Carisi.
and he has such a cushion. Don't be shocked. It happens in this business, believe me. If his trainer doesn't tell him, you know what? Work with him a little bit. Don't get careless, but work on things. Carry him a little bit. Get some rounds.
Here we go. Action to start the 7th round. See, that's what the corner should do for Andre Bishop. You send him out there as a fresher, better fighter. He looks fine here to start this round. What a destructive hook to the head by Andre Bishop. Able to land the hook to the head. Very accurate 2-punch combo by Andre Bishop. Bishop's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. Johnson's showing a little bit of a defensive shell, but Teddy, I'm seeing punches still getting through and splitting that guard.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, Joe, when you put those earmuffs on, but you don't move your head. Some of them are going to get through, and just as importantly, you handcuff yourself, so your opponent is going to stay in there a little bit longer, knowing that nothing's coming back right away.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Meldrick Johnson. And there's the left hand working well for him again.
That's the hook.
Meldrick Johnson's crushed by a huge uppercut. Body shot, the left hand.
Keep that head moving.
A solid, true uppercut by Meldrick Johnson. And makes that nice right angle on that hook upstairs. Solid hook upstairs. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Johnson's hit by that power shot. See, that's what you want from his left hand. That's exactly what it should be doing, that left hand by Johnson. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Andre Bishop. You watch this kind of an effort tonight by Andre Bishop, and you completely understand why his trainer, Gus Carisi, says the things he says about him.
Yeah, and you understand why he thinks he will be a star. Not just a champion, but a guy who will draw crowds. And I'm not surprised, or at least I wouldn't be surprised if he's not in the corner right now telling him, go out there and close the show.
Firing off the uppercuts, great exchange. And a flush hook lands by Andre Bishop. Meldrick Johnson's on the bad end of a big hook upstairs. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Meldrick Johnson. Wow, a big flush blow, the left hand by Andre Bishop.
Use the ring.
Good flush shot upstairs. And now a well-placed hook to the head. Here's a moment here as you see the step-back counter-punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces him into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops...
Could this be the start of a big comeback? He went from owning this fight to now nearly down and out.
You know, that's what makes boxing so great. Yeah, you can come back just like that. One punch at the right time. That was at the right time.
What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
Targeting that hook upstairs by Andre Bishop. Oh, he turns it over right into a hook. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Well-placed hook. Good uppercut by Meldrick Johnson. What a demolishing hook by Andre Bishop. Meldrick Johnson's right in the way of that hook to the head. Oh, that had to hurt. Completely one-sided fight. At least that's the way we saw it.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw it any other way, you'd have to put a warning out the next time these judges judge a fight, kind of like on a pack of cigarettes. You know, this could be hazardous to your health. I mean, these guys could be hazardous to your career if they scored any other way.
Here's the official decision.
think of Andre Bishop as a challenger?
I think you're an idiot for asking me that question. You get paid to do this? It's your first show? Challenger. I think it'll be a challenge not to kill Andre Bishop. Little Andre can't even throw a punch without breaking his hand.
Those were Isaac Frost's words just a few short months ago after Andre Bishop apparently hurt his hand in a fight right here on ESPN. After only taking a short break to let the hand mend, Andre Bishop back in action tonight against heavyweight contender Reggie Stewart. Many are interested to see if the injury will have lingering effects on Bishop in what should be a very entertaining heavyweight matchup. Let's go back ringside to Joe and Teddy.
Boardwalk Hall here in Atlantic City, the next stop for the heavyweight career of one Andre Bishop.
How's it feel?
Feels good. Feels real good.
Good. Because you gotta knock this guy out with him. It's time to...
Bishop's really keyed in for this one. You can see it as he makes his walk to the ring.
I never show signs of fatigue or turn tired, cause I'm the definition of tragedy turned triumph. This David ain't Goliath. I made it to the eye of the storm, feeling torn like they fed me to the lions. Before my time start to wind down like the Mayans, I show them how I got to grind down like a science.
Stewart's assured that tonight is his night. That is as confident of a ring walk as you will ever see.
Pero de Río, que es la que hay, brother.
So the first round of this fight for Andre Bishop against Reggie Stewart. Of course, the first moments since that broken right hand he suffered against Meldrick Johnson. So everybody will want to see how useful Bishop is with that right hand.
Keep working that jab. Good job.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Stewart.
Yeah, like running through the rain without getting wet. Beautiful.
Good job protecting himself. I hope Reggie Stewart didn't think Andre Bishop wasn't going to throw that right hand. He has no qualms about letting it go. Stewart's pre-fight talk included a lot of discussion about the need to utilize the jab. Why so?
Well, first of all, he's a good fundamental fighter, and he's not a real physical fighter. So he understands where he has to be good. He knows he doesn't have, you know, great physical skills where he could just knock a house over. He knows he has to be good in this area, using that lead hand, the jab.
We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Right hand over the top, very accurate with it. The uppercut lands. Reggie Stewart now finding that target. Targeting that overhand left. Nice strike after catching one by Reggie Stewart. Good, solid right. Big shot. He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round?
1, 2, 3.
So Bishop gets up and beats the count, but now comes the critical time.
Now he has to do two things. One, he has to survive, kill a little bit of time, and understand why he got put down in the first place so he don't make the same mistake.
Gus Carisi has always been pushing Andre Bishop throughout his whole career. Now he's got to push a little harder. He was on the floor in that last round.
Well, one thing that I know that Gus will say, a lot of inexperienced trainers will say, "Are you all right?" Gus will say, "You're fine. You've been through this before." He will reassure him in that way, and then he will send him back out.
Good right hand. Andre Bishop's picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last round?
Yeah, he really finished strong, really fast. And you know what? This is a thinking man's fight. I know a lot of people are going to say Teddy's just an aggressive fighter. No, he understands, and his corner understands, that his opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're jumping on him, figuring that the opponent hasn't recovered.
For those of you who question Andre Bishop's broken right hand, here's a good example of how he feels about it. He's throwing it. A well-placed overhand right. See, this is where Andre Bishop carries that speed from his middleweight days forward. Even though he's a heavyweight now, you can see how quickly he can deliver that hook. Reggie Stewart's on the bad end of a very impressive hook up top. And yet another big shot comes in. Wow, is this good stuff? What good stuff. He just scored the knockdown after being knocked out earlier.
Joe, that's incredible. And the knockdown earlier actually set up this knockdown because his opponent, he got a little reckless, a little careless.
Bishop.
Isaac, which Bishop brother hits harder?
Which Bishop brother hits harder? That's your question? I get these people. Well, neither one of them can punch like me. I can guarantee you that. But between the two of them, well, I'd say little Andre hits harder. I mean, the jailbird's washed up now. I mean, he was a genuine contender. But the big baby, well, the big baby has always been a pretender.
It doesn't get better than a good old-fashioned, meaningful heavyweight fight in Vegas. Glad you're with us. That's a big, striking blow to the head by Cooper. And a cut has opened up over Andre Bishop's right eye.
In a way, it's a little bit of a warning, Joe, of things to come. Now you have to be a little bit more cautious, a little more alert.
Bishop able to land solidly against Cooper. Teddy, you see that cut right there? When you're in a spot like that, do you tell your charge, hey, go after it, worsen that cut?
No, actually, I don't, because obviously...
Well, it's a tough moment for Andre Bishop right now. He's hurt. I can hear his corner saying, spit out your mouthpiece. They're just looking for any excuse right now to get some time. Great combination from Bishop. Cooper's got to deal with a cut cheek. You remember when Andre Bishop was a good, hard-charging middleweight prospect? He was a great combination puncher. That's what he's doing now as a heavyweight here. Teddy, we've seen both these guys before, and we have a feeling, we just kind of have the feeling that it could be one of those special nights.
Yeah, because their styles, it suits up for one of those special nights.
Overhand right can be so effective. Will you look at this? Look at this pace that these two are fighting at so early in the fight. Teddy, each man must have been determined to think they can get the other one out of here early.
Yeah, I want to see who blinks first, though. That's what's interesting to me. Who changed? They can't both keep this up.
Don't stay in one spot.
When a high stamina fighter is fighting another guy who's very well conditioned, is there any tendency for maybe some doubts to creep into his mind?
Yeah, there always are. Because you always want to have the edge. We're human beings. Boxers are no different. They want to say they have a little edge in that area. But they need to know that this is exactly what they're ready to do.
Start of round number 2, and you know Dwight Cooper is going to be targeting that cut above the eye of Andre Bishop. The thing you have to question is how much work was the corner of Andre Bishop able to do in curbing that bleeding after the first round. See, this is exactly what Andre Bishop's corner has been telling him. You got to keep those hands up. You have to protect that cut. He cannot allow Cooper to have a target to go after. There's Cooper putting out that jab. You can see the trouble that Bishop has had with it. Dwight Cooper stunned by a big shot he just scored with. Big headshot puts him down. He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
Now that looks like a middleweight fighting a heavyweight there. Look at the hand speed from Bishop.
And that's exactly the advantage he was going to need coming into this fight to beat the bigger man.
Cover your head, kid.
You can see Andre Bishop now is employing a lot of defense. He has those hands up high, trying to protect that cut eye. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Andre Bishop. Give credit to Dwight Cooper. He has gone on the attack against that cut over the eye of Andre Bishop. He's trying to earn himself a TKO victory here.
I'm down now.
Andre Bishop just dominating that last round, scoring the knockdown. They don't want to get ahead of themselves, though, Teddy. I know Gus Carisi is always cautious when it comes to any moment in a fight, whether you're up or down.
Oh, he's a pro. He's a real teacher. And he knows that it can turn around real quick. You get careless, all of a sudden your opponent can put you where you had him. So he's going to make sure you go out there and you do it the right way.
Headshot lands, was a hook. Good jab by Cooper. Up top with the right hand. Bishop's doing well here with that two-punch. Big shot there. He just fought the other guy's fight, and now it's not his fight at all. He is down.
No, he should have been on the inside. He pulled out into a world of trouble, a world of punches.
3, 4, 5.
Cooper's back up on his feet. Let's see what he has now. One thing for the corner of Andre Bishop to tend to that cut between rounds, but Bishop himself has to protect it, and he's doing a good job of blocking punches that are targeting it from Cooper.
Nice.
Andre Bishop. Let's see if Bishop can survive this. He just took a big shot.
I think he can survive it. Why? Because he has all...
Oh, and there you go. What a turn of events. What a turnaround. He scores his own knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
And that's where scoring a knockdown hurts you sometimes, because now you think you're just going to walk in and get it again. Well, he walked in, he did get it. He got it.
Move your head. Double jab, double jab.
Come forward. Keep that jab moving. Keep him away from you, all right? I need you to keep moving.
Bishop's got to hope that these 60 seconds are going to pay off for him here. Went down hard in that last round. He's got to gather himself, because you know his opponent's going to come right after him when that bell rings. Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities, because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Pace yourself.
1, 2, 1, 2.
What a hook by Cooper. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Andre Bishop. What a shot. Big hook comes in. You can tell he's just looking to survive. Cooper's holding his opponent right now, just hugging him.
Yeah, he's doing what he has to do. Look, they work on this in the gym, Joe.
He is damaged badly there. Solid. He never saw that coming. Dwight Cooper's knocked down by a punch punch that came from out of left field.
That was like Haley's Comet. You won't be seeing that again for about 10 years.
Andre Bishop saw his own blood and became a raging bull. The knockout over Dwight Cooper is his.
DL has agreed to a fight between you and Kobe Nichols. If we beat Nichols, we'll be in the top 10.
What are the conditions?
He says there aren't any.
There's always conditions with DL.
I'm sure we'll find out what they are. But we really need this fight.
Uepa.
Ladies and gentlemen. Well, good evening and welcome to Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. A 10-round heavyweight fight between a top 10 fighter in the world comebacking former middleweight prospect as Kobe Nichols takes on Andre Bishop. Teddy, who would have thought Andre Bishop would have an opportunity like this?
Well, you know they say, Joe, good things come to those who wait. Good things come to those who overcome. He has overcome, he has waited, and he has his moment.
Nice block by Nichols. You see him zeroing in with that left hand to the body.
Dímelo, Wisin. Aquí peleando.
Power puncher facing a high stamina guy, a well-conditioned guy. How can the well-conditioned fighter best guard his body so that the power puncher isn't targeting him?
Well, move it. Get on his bicycle a little bit. Don't stay right in front. If that power puncher is the power puncher, that's his strength. But his weakness is he probably has to have you right in front. Give him angles.
Effective work with that flush overhand right. Good double jab by Kobe Nichols. And now targeting his opponent with the overhand right. Bishop's left working well that time. You remember when Andre Bishop was a good... Nichols is hurt from that.
Tú sabes que tú puedes crear el muñeco.
Well, he may be in bad shape, but all of a sudden, he's able to avoid punches and survive.
You know, boxing is a funny business. It's a metaphor for life. You know, sometimes you have somebody outside and they don't say what they want to say. They have to have a drink, a little alcohol to start saying the things that are on their mind. Sometimes a fight is no different. You know, he gets hurt, and now all of a sudden all his inhibitions are gone. And now he's doing all the things he's supposed to do because he's not thinking about anything except the things he should have been thinking about. It's automatic.
Get after him!
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. This should be a very interesting one tonight. 10 10-round heavyweight fight between 8th-ranked Kobe Nichols and the upstart, the comebacking Andre Bishop.
Well, back in the 1900s, the early 1900s, the 1920s, the 1930s, all those great fighters, they used to move up in weight from lightweight to middleweight to heavyweight. And they used to beat bigger guys. Why? They were faster, they were smarter. Bishop gets a chance to show that he's one of those guys.
Nichols is rocked by a huge hook to the head. That's a good job by Bishop offensively. Landing his combinations is a key to victory tonight. How about that hook by Andre Bishop?
Get in there.
Teddy, there are so many advantages for the well-rounded fighter, the balanced fighter up against the power puncher. But what are the advantages for the power puncher, if any?
Oh, the one great advantage.
Andre Bishop is in a bad spot right now. Did you see that? Not a good sign of the night to come. He's down here in the first round.
Came out a little careless.
Bishop able to get back on his feet, but will he be steady on those feet?
I think he will, and believe it or not, I think there may be an opportunity for him to catch his opponent coming in a little reckless.
Able to dismiss it. Change in momentum. He just got rocked. Moments ago, he was the one hurting his opponent.
Reminds you of this song, I can do anything you can do, only better.
Gus Carisi has always been pushing Andre Bishop throughout his whole career. Now he's got to push a little harder. He was on the floor in that last round.
Well,
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City for our heavyweight main event. Top 10 ranked Kobe Nichols against Andre Bishop, the comeback kid. Teddy Nichols, number 8 in the world, a legitimate heavyweight contender trying to land himself a world championship. Andre Bishop, a former middleweight who went away due to legal problems and now comes back as a contending hopeful in the heavyweight division.
Well, it will be the first time a smaller guy beat a bigger guy if Bishop wins this fight. You go back in the history of this sport, many smaller guys have moved up in weight and been successful. Bishop wants to be added to that list.
I think Bishop scored really well there. He just damaged his opponent with that power shot upstairs. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. What's the concern defensively when you're a speedy fighter, a fast fighter against a power puncher?
Usually, Joe, you don't want to get caught stepping out because when you're a fast guy, you want to get off and you want to get the heck away from the guy that's powerful. Don't get caught backing out.
Nichols is out there just waiting on a counterpunch, isn't he?
Yeah, well, first of all, why is he? Because he knows if he walks in, he's going to get caught. So what he wants to do is, he knows there's basically a guard at that door. He's trying to...
Big right hand. Wow, stunned moments ago, but now somehow, some way, surviving well.
You know, Joe, I had a fighter once that got dropped in a round. And he wasn't doing real good up to that point. After that, he fought better. He boxed better, he fought better defensively. And when the fight was over, I said, good job. You know, he whispered to me. He whispered, did I get knocked out? Yeah, he did. Oh, he didn't know what had happened. I realized then he was fighting on instinct the rest of the night.
Amazing story. And this round comes to an end. Well, good evening and welcome to Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. A 10-round heavyweight fight between a top 10 fighter in the world. comebacking former middleweight prospect as Kobe Nichols takes on Andre Bishop. Teddy, who would have thought Andre Bishop would have an opportunity like this?
Well, you know, they say, Joe, good things come to those who wait. Good things come to those who overcome.
Oh! And that shot puts Andre Bishop down.
Now his personality hurts him because he's going to want to get right after the guy, and he shouldn't.
Well, we know he can get up. What we don't know is how steady he will be on those legs.
Well, we know his personality. He's an offensive-minded fighter, and he has to control that right now. Right now, he has to think about defense.
Scores well to the head with the right hand.
He's coming.
The other day when we were talking to Andre Bishop, he said to have success in this fight, I have to land combinations. He landed a good one there. Halfway through round number one. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Many may believe that in a matchup like this, power puncher versus power puncher, that he who has more power wins. But in a way, is it as simple as saying he who has more fundamentals wins?
Yes, absolutely. He who has a missile to get that bomb to the target, he's going to win.
Nichols is sitting back right now, Teddy. And just like that, things turn around. A back-and-forth round. Both men have been rocked.
This is what boxing's about. This is what battle is about. This is what human spirit is all about.
Oh, he is absolutely affected by that right hand. Never saw it coming. Worst kind of right hand you can catch. He should tie up here. End of round one.
Pero qué caramba es esto, qué mierda. Voy a tener que buscar esto por Google.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City. This should be a very interesting one tonight. 10-round heavyweight fight between 8th-ranked Kobe Nichols and the upstart, the comebacking Andre.